it who
Some
had
fuck shit, man. Don't pull that bullshit.
who was it that got called out by being found out through her reflection in the window?
Yeah, Holly Mae, can I send them all
It
to
was
you so you
Southern
can listen to
Sassy.
them right now
Yeah.
on IG? Hold on.
Yep.
Southern Sassy was the reflection one. But they're way too fun, like way too comfortable with those fake stories.
Okay, guess what? Tomorrow, if you don't get up, when I gotta be ready.
Shot me out there to ruin the silent moment for you.
This is the thing. If you're not up, you'll have to stay with your papa till I get back.
No, I'm gonna tell him to drop me off and I'll give him a $2 tip.
Don't tell him to drop me off and I'll give him a $2 tip. That's cute.
Ooh.
I don't think she meant to be in the girl. You can't. There's no strikes here. Everybody gets a box. Damn it.
Talk about wheeling and dealing, though.
Right.
Kids learning young.
Girl, I love Yvonne. But yeah, that shit is crazy. That's crazy. Like, that is fucking crazy.
It's wild. And just seeing people jump from like box to box doing the same shit when they're like, oh, I'm going to get off the app.
Not only that, Cartel, but what Hollow said. You just got hit, Cartel.
Yeah.
But what Hollow said, it's like it's fucking I can't even think of the word. It's fucking wild. That's
It won't let me send them to you on IG. I just tried and I don't
Asinine.
have the
That's the word. It's asinine.
How many people are so comfortable with those type of fucking bullshit lies?
shit happened when nothing in fact happened. Hold on.
Tina, you could try to email them. If you got the person's email, they'll go through like that. Like at least a 10-minute long video will go through email.
I don't know. See if they come through to you, Holly Mae. I just sent them. And let me pull up.
Snap won't go over, I think, a minute and 30 seconds. So anything longer than like 7-8 minutes gotta go through email, or either clip it up and send it on IG. Wow, really?
Wait, K-Dot, what'd you say, love?
She said she was streaming us and she got spammed.
Oh, girl, you're good. You're good for listen, I don't care who streams. Like I say, some people are more comfortable in their place. You know what I'm saying? That I don't care about being streamed.
If you're live, you just should expect it, you know.
Hey, listen, I encourage people to fucking screen record. Why? Because then you don't got to go looking for the evidence or the proof. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
People get pissy over the smallest things that they should already be aware that's going to happen. I mean, if you're going to F around and say something, if you're going to F around and do something, you know, you're going to be live. Like, everybody's watching you already. Like, might as well add to it.
Bubbles just entered.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play the video. You ready? I sent them to you as well.
Okay.
Just listen. Can you go on my live and be like, yes, it did happen? Like, you gotta go talk to the investigator. I didn't talk to her. Okay. That's not what
She
I
said,
need to say.
go on live and tell them that you had to talk to an investigator. And the daughter goes, I didn't talk to her. Listen.
Listen, can you go on my live and be like, yes, it did happen? Like, you had to go talk to the special investigator. I didn't talk to her.
I heard that. I heard that.
Wait. It gets better. Muggles, when she says,
I did not mute you.
sorry, my mama was calling.
Listen, let me just say this really quick. If you guys are seeing these people come in, start inviting them. Invite them to the fucking box.
Jump down if there's a box needed.
And just wait, because you hear Muggles tell the daughter, that's not what I need you to say, though. Listen carefully.
Just listen. Can you go on my live and be like, yes, it did happen? Like, you had to go talk to the special investigator. I didn't talk to her. Okay, that's not what I need to say. So, girl, has school. Are you feeling better today?
You hear her? That's not what I need you to say, though.
Oh, she was really coaching that kid.
You can hear the hesitation because she says, like for a while in there. Like she knows that's wrong. She knows what's going on isn't right.
I didn't even want to lie.
Nope.
Yep.
Honestly, no kid really wants
crazy.
to lie. They have to be coached. They have to be coached into it. A
I heard
child.
it loud and clear too. That shit is crazy. Girl, when she played the first video of the fake unalive and stuff and all that, girl, my jaw dropped because
It goes on worse. He goes into description, and then they thought they were muted while Muggles was texting Pinky, and that's when he says, when the time's right, I'll bring it up. What?
Yeah, stop lurking. If y'all don't gotta come in here, the box is open for you.
Right, like don't be fucking playing with these people, trying to make people believe that we did some crazy shit when that didn't even happen.
Has Muggles ever learned about herself on Reddit? Yeah, that shit is wild.
That
The
is
shit
humble
that
you
they
real quick,
make up.
Virginia.
live
You said what?
on November 9th, and she's trying to explain to you how her reasoning is, how Dora and them got her personal information, and you said, you mean they just Googled Pinky Pink?
I be saying some dumb shit, okay?
Girl, what personal
She's like,
information?
no, I'm guessing my mug shots, she said.
Girl, she added us all on fucking Facebook.
You know, Shannon, Sassy, Shannon, Megan, whoever's streaming us, hosting that live right now, you should really consider who the hell you got. Like, you just should. If you're trying to paint a picture like we are some shitty ass people, bogus, vile, disgusting, all the things, you should really make sure that you don't sit with people who do shit like this.
No, she like Pinky Pink tried to even say Pinky had my phone number, bro. Like she put her shit out there. Her mugshot was because she was Googled after the fact that she did a DUI and hit and run. And I said, Pinky, get out of the box, drunk as shit, trying to say that I attacked her mama. I don't even fucking know her mama. I don't know anything about her. Only people I know is Pinky, Muggles, and Pinky's man. That's it.
Wild as fuck. That's wild. That is fucking wild.
The accusations, I was like, show the proof on it. Stand on it. Like, we went through a whole ass thing and they still stalk my shit. Still to this day.
AI summary. Muggles is a bad driver and Pinky's man has a creepy whisper.
Of our new troll AI summary. I love it.
Yeah, I'm talking. I feel like I'm just as speechless as I was that day. I'm so glad that you came in alive though, because I'm not gonna lie. I was looking. I could not figure out for the life of me who the fuck came in here and played it.
He put your name, somebody
they're
put
still
your name in
sending.
the comments, and I said,
I
he said
have a question
Dora
real
got
quick.
it.
They're still sending to you, but I'm gonna
Is
download.
this the account?
Yes.
Ooh, bitch. Okay.
I came up here because I had it. I was going to show you all.
Her old account, though, she had another account called Ringleader Charity.
I
You
think you gotta send me a message first, Dora, before it'll send. Let me write you real quick.
You have to accept
Just say
it. Yeah.
hi, like just say hi, so she can accept the message, and then you can send the rest.
Yeah, it says sending, and I'm sending you all of them
Okay.
so that you have them.
can
And
we get Greenheart Feisty in here? Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't.
Where it's the black and green, and then it says feisty, and then black and green, or green and black, or something.
Yep.
Holly Mae.
What's up?
I just finding my. I recorded 4.5 hours of you that night. I just found her in the box.
Shit, don't I?
No, Lexa's
Well,
not couch
listen,
time
I just was
feisty.
scrolling. I didn't think I had
Feisty.
another part.
She's on live.
Not couch time feisty. This feisty.
I don't always.
I
record
shared
you
it to
though,
her.
Holly, I swear.
Oh my God, who's gifting me? Thank you.
I was just gonna say, Monster over there doing her thing, and ain't even realizing.
Yeah, I have that feisty. I shared it.
I've been summoned. Yes.
did you get them, Holly?
Malibu.
Summons. Yeah. This screenshot that I have, the person above you, are you friends with them?
I invited her. It's just too hard to have a conversation with the comments.
Hold on, give me a minute. Let me go out.
She had an account called Karma. She had one called Ringleader Charity. Now she's Muggles.
Hold on, I'll come right back up.
And Pinky Pink is somebody else now. She went with the Feral Misfits or something.
Yep. Family of Feral or something.
Well, this screenshot is from July.
One of tonight. Well, I don't know about them being in the same box, but I was going to say I have one of that Muggles tonight.
These fucking AI summaries be killing me. Yeah, she
Yeah,
whispered.
I just gave you the option or whatever to, I'm assuming, download the lives or whatever. But yeah, I mean, the more the merrier. Shit. Everybody record the lives. You know what I'm saying? Because people be fucking lying. And if one of us ain't around, you'll have the proof. Or if you see something that you don't like or that you want to prove, you'll have it.
Yeah, and baby boy that's gifting you right there, he had text messages where Charity and Pinky said that they wanted to take us down.
Oh,
In a group chat. I had posted all that stuff. I'm gonna go back. I'll send you everything.
I was like, how do people assume that they're going to take other people down off of social media because they have vile behavior? Like, there's a reason I haven't fucking disappeared off this app in 2 years, okay?
Right, it's weird
I've
as
had
fuck.
my fucking cooter cat ran across this and fucking read it with sandpaper, okay? And I'm still here.
Reddit will humble the shit out of people.
Sure will. You learn all about yourself over there.
That's why I would never
said
look
what,
myself
Monster?
up on Reddit ever.
How do I get a picture of the actual cooter cat? That's all I want to know.
Oh, Monster.
She just said, up, hold. Oh, hell. Right. Oh, and it's a black cat.
You were coming with a cat. I knew it. I knew it.
Listen, I didn't have to look myself up. People will send me screenshots and they'll be like, you were spoke on. So then I'll go to said subreddit. And when I tell you, if you read what people say, it ain't all false. Like, they might be coming at you angry, But if you read through what they're saying, majority of them be telling you the truth about yourself that you don't realize that you're projecting or giving off.
They sent to you, but I have them pulled up if you want me to play them, Holly.
Go ahead, you can play them. Feisty. Retina had a question.
What's up? Just wanted to know if you were friends with Muggles.
I'm friends with her on here. I've never talked to her off the app. I don't really. I know that I think.
Girl, you gotta hear this fucking recording. Okay, my bad. But oh god, girl, you gotta hear it. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't typically get into the drama stuff, especially like lately. So,
Well, I just seen you sitting with her in July, so I was just curious if you are still hanging out with her.
well, that was when we were covering Allie, and we were all in Jordan's box, and she was friends with someone in Jordan's box, and so I had friended her. I can't remember who it was, but
That lied too. Hey,
Yeah,
can
it was-
I tell you something? I'm very, very much mad at that Allie chick because, girl, I tried to ask her ass how she did the pre-seed, and she never, ever, ever responded to me.
she did it on live, bitch. All you had to do was call me. I could have told you in 2 seconds.
Oh.
Well, damn, I should have fucking asked you.
She fucking showed us all.
Yeah, I went out and bought pre-seed. Yes, I did.
I am way too damn busy on this app. I'm telling you right now. I was in that live.
Well, I
That is so
cut
funny.
out my besties part of that live. I know why it was sent to me, but that's irrelevant.
Right. Right. No. That makes sense because then you know why I was there. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a small world
Wow.
after all.
Look at us, Regina.
Like, we all do get intertwined at some point on this app.
I'm nosy, bitch. I'm nosy. That's the
So am I.
problem.
I was gonna say that's how I met Monster, was when
Yeah.
I went after Allie.
Yes.
He is all nosy. That's how we be intertwining, okay? We all nosy.
Well, I'm glad that the ones that stuck over here ain't on no weird ass shit like that.
Yeah, no.
There's a reason that the people that are together now are together now. I believe that.
Yep.
Just mind my own business and watch lives. Like, I'm everywhere. You'll see me everywhere, but I just do my own thing.
Girl, I
You
be
see
saying
me being
everybody's
mean
my
somewhere,
business.
just know they did it first. That's all.
For real. I'm
not gonna lie. When I get on TikTok, I be minding everybody's business. I might be doing it from the window, but I be minding it. I be listening, watching, and I'm glad I do though. Honestly, like I don't say anything in people's eyes, but I'm glad that I do because I hear shit, and then when it ends up coming here, because eventually it does, when it ends up coming here, I don't even have to question stories and shit like that because I either heard it or saw it myself.
Yo, it is fucking wild at this shit.
Girl, these screens.
The name of the gas station, Holly, is a telco.
And just wait till you hear Pinky's husband call me a he-man because of me being LGBT.
Wow.
Even
That's
better.
crazy.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
Is that all you needed, Regina? Because it's cold as fuck outside. I can stay in the comments or whatever if you need, but
Yeah, I was just curious.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to play all of them. I'm sorry. They're like 57 seconds, 31 seconds. Hold on.
Hey, Fanny Pack.
Yeah, I mean, we were sent a lot
There's
of
Muggles.
Basically by some He-Man women haters. Is that okay?
Is that okay? He asked her.
already have a. Oh my goodness. Who has Gizzy?
I'm not allowed to say at the moment.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Basically, I'm in the process of going to get her because I don't live too far away and take care of the fur babies.
Oh my goodness.
Probably drop.
Now, this is the first time Muggles is hearing that her friend tried to unalive herself, and this is her response, okay? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, it started over.
I mean, we were sent a lot of video.
Basically by some He-Man women haters.
It paused on me. I apologize.
Is that okay?
Already have a. Oh my goodness. Who has Gizzy?
I'm not allowed to say at the moment.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm in the process of going to get her because I don't live too far away and take care of the fur babies.
Oh my goodness.
Probably drop them off with family because I work and I can't leave them here alone, especially that little pup.
Yeah, Gizzy's used to somebody being there 24/7. Little princess. Oh my goodness. I said this is what was going to happen. I said eventually somebody was going to get fucking hurt because they wanted to fucking run around in goddamn circles and spread lies about people.
And when I have more information, I'll definitely give it.
Yeah, I mean, we were sent a lot of video.
Basically.
Okay, here goes the second one.
Be sensitive. It's kind of messed up, but if you're
I have
ready.
a question. Is this supposed to be like a quote unquote phone call that got leaked?
No, this was on live.
Oh, okay.
She was finding out on live that her best friend tried to unalive herself, and her response is, I knew this was going to happen. Oh my goodness, who's got the dogs?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be a fair warning. Like, if I ever was in that situation, I'm dramatic as fuck. Motherfucking Birdie, who I didn't even know, girl, I fucking cried for a whole weekend.
Yes, this bitch, they had it planned. Wait till you hear him. He asked her, he says, whenever you're ready, I'll go ahead and say it.
Okay, keep going.
Be sensitive. It's kind of messed up, but if you're ready, I'll do it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, over the activities the past few days or more, long story short, she tried to unalive herself. She's in the hospital right now, not doing good. The cop seized her phone.
But she was on live that same night.
Interesting issues.
I would on a live. Wow.
No. Oh my goodness. Can I use a shot?
As of right now, she is not doing well.
Next part's great.
Oh my goodness. Is anybody allowed to see her?
No, she's not even conscious right now. Be sensitive. It's kind of messed up.
Okay, here's the third part.
Be sensitive. It's kind of messed up.
Online. Girl, I promise you, if Jeff came on live like that and came on live, listen, if something were to happen to me, I'm not gonna lie, y'all will find out through other social medias. It wouldn't be through TikTok.
Right, and this is where she pauses and he says, when the time's right, I'll bring it up.
Yeah,
but in the beginning, he asked her if what he was saying was okay.
Yeah, y'all just wouldn't see me no more and be wondering.
Run downstairs when you feed these guys. And at the moment, right, I'm gonna bring up
So that's where the husband's whispering came in.
Yes, he whispers to her because after he says, if you're ready for it, the cop sees the phone, blah, blah, blah. But he asked her before he starts, he says, is that okay? And then they pause and say, Oh, well,
Fired
here it
the
is.
last few days. I'm not giving a time limit. Nobody's business. But if people start coming at me just with the info that I have, come on over. The door's open.
Mind you, in the beginning of this
Don't mean you'll walk out of the
phone
door.
call, he was talking about the dogs were somewhere else, but then he tells her to
They
get
like to make fun of because I said my state has stand your ground laws.
No, I understand what
Mind you, they're talking about an unaliving, and next thing you know, Muggles says, oh, well, they like to make fun because my state has stand your ground laws. What?
This is fucking wild. Yeah, I
And I'm
don't
gonna
want
tell
no
you,
part of people like that.
Somebody said that person
there.
was on live the same night. Ain't no way.
Yeah, Pinky was supposedly unconscious. You heard him say she was unconscious.
Ain't no way. You
That night drinking.
on alive. There ain't no way. That's an automatic 5150 or whatever you call city. It's a 5150. You get no phones, no communication with nobody but the doctors.
Listen, every time my mom was in the E ward, we had to wait a couple days to go and see her.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
and at first he pretended to be the neighbor.
Wow.
And he gets on there and he tells people, well, he waits for Muggles' go to say something. And then he says she's unconscious, but at 2 a.m. she was live.
That's crazy as hell. People are fucking wild on here.
Wilding out, I'm telling you.
Tell me you ain't ever been in a mental health crisis before in your life if you pulling some bullshit like that on the internet.
Gary say, because anywhere it's a 72-hour hold, isn't it?
I don't know what the goal
I mean,
was.
if you're brought into an emergency room, but when they ask you if you tried to harm yourself, and your answer is yes.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Hello, Billy. Did you mean to come in the box?
Yes, I did. Okay. What you're talking about with the 72-hour hold is known as the Baker Act. Once you even speak that you may or put yourself in the act of hurting yourself, you are on a 72-hour hold until you are pretty much evaluated by a doctor.
Yep.
And this is not the first time. Like, listen, I'm in here because my crew, my friends have had issues with Muggles. This isn't the first time there's been awareness lives on Muggles. This is very common ground for her. She jumps from one group to the next. So it's not a shock. It's shocking, but it's not a shock to see that she's continuing the behavior. She likes to do a lot of trauma dumping, but most importantly, because I wanted to make people aware in here, she also likes to do a lot of doxing.
Oh, yeah, she claimed that I doxed her. I never held her shit up. I held the fact that she held her own name up on her live stream, and I have screenshots of that from back then. Because I didn't really know her until she come into the group, and she started doing some weird shit. Like, it was so weird. She would also throw out there, oh, my car's broke down, this, that, and the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does it everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I mean, that's just like Mallory throwing out her whole ass address and then screaming and crying that she's terrified people are going to come to her house, even though she invited the fucking whole internet. It was weird.
She doxed a police officer. She has doxed minors.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's trash as fuck, and she tried to say I did that to her children. I don't even know her children's names.
I mean, there is a friend of mine that's in the comments whose husband and child, along with her life, that was doxxed. She actually spoke to Muggles off of this app. Apparently, she's had a very lengthy medical history where she's had every diagnosis there is in the book.
Oh, girl, yeah, she would claim that she had, was talking on my live stream one day about my partner having lupus. The next day, Muggles is live with lupus.
Yes, yes.
This is
She had a back surgery. She's had this. She's had that. She would always use that and
Yes.
try to say that I attacked a person that has problems. And I'm like, no, I'm just simply calling you on your fuck shit because you be walking around lying.
that
Yes.
shit is crazy. But you know what? It seems like a lot of them on that side project. They do the shit and then they run around and act like we over here are doing the shit that they're
Yes,
actually
that's
doing.
the problem.
Yeah, and she's also behind a lot of BS troll accounts on here. She's got accounts on Reddit. She has
Yep.
been behind making Reddit snark pages on people.
Yep.
So
I've
it
been there, done that with
clearly
Buggles.
Monster, do you need a sausage?
she has
just
too
wanna,
much time on her hands.
I just want to say I'm a victim of her doxing. She doxed my whole family.
I'm gonna drink.
2 minors, my boyfriend's whole family down to the deceased people in there. Definitely a doxer. And she's gonna claim y'all it wasn't for malicious intent. It's definitely malicious because she sent it to people with malicious intent when they knew that person had malicious intent behind it. So I'm definitely a victim of her doxing. Shout out to Muggles for bringing my boyfriend's deceased grandpa into this. May his soul rest in peace. Shout out to you, Muggles. You the real MVP, bitch.
Hey, Dot.
Huh?
Girl, you
I'm so sorry, K Dot, because she's trash, straight up trash. Like, she be doing this to people for a long time. Like, I met her in 2022, 2023, 2022. And literally, since I called her out, listen, she has followed every one of my pages. She's done some crazy shit. Like how you was talking about that recording, Holly Mae. That's how I got notified about it, because somebody shared me that girl's live where Pinky was in there trying to spew off some shit about me, and I ain't even talked to her.
Y'all, my daughter and my 12-year-old little brother was putting them screenshots of her doxing me.
Girl, listen though, I'm gonna tell you something. You ain't a victim, girl. You survived it. Look at you. You still here. You still here.
I've always got on this internet and said everything behind my past, because ain't never bitch gonna come on this app and say she got one up on me. I'm sorry. You're not gonna have one up on me. It's not gonna work like that. So I've always been very open about my past and everything I've done. Y'all, she thought she was eating me the fuck up with my criminal charge. Bitch, you can't. I'm sorry. You can't. Sorry.
I started my platform off with just telling people who I am. When people would like my videos and when I'd go live and they'd be like, "Oh, I love your love," and "Oh, I love your marriage," and blah blah. Girl, I used to be on here telling everything. Nah, bitch, don't love it too much, girl. It ain't fucking perfect.
Right,
You know,
like I
you
held my
know
whole
now.
background check. I paid for a fucking background check on myself through the state and held that bitch up on the live. Like, you ain't about to say nothing about my 2 little traffic tickets, okay?
Y'all, she brought in the deceased family. And Muggles, you won't ever speak to me, but I just want to say, Muggles, every address on all of them paperworks down to my boyfriends, none of them were accurate.
Latina, I can't with you. You're done.
Please try a little harder with your addresses, because none of them are accurate. Hey, Elsky.
Listen, Shannon said she was going to post my mugshot earlier, so I just beat her to it earlier in the live.
Wait a minute, when Bougie.
And you know what? The thing is, I would have never said shit, but girl, you said you was getting off the app. You said you was getting off the app, and now I see you sitting with fucking Shannon.
Oh, Cartel, she comes back under a new name the whole fucking time. She's got about 20.
It was the same screen name, and I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
Well, in the year of 2025, how many times have we heard Shannon was going to leave the app? So I guess she fits
you
in
got
where
a very good point there. No, but I'm talking about to see Muggles sitting up there with her. I was just like, girl, like you said, I'm leaving the app. I'm taking things legal because this, that, and then that. And I'm a retired vet. And, you know, I'm going to do this and but now you sitting up there with the biggest bigot of them all. Like, what? What?
Son, I asked her if we should make profile pictures out of it.
Do you know
No, I'm not
Muggles
doing
told
that.
people? Muggles told people that she had the military watching me on here.
See
You
what I'm talking
fucking
about?
She be coming back under new names, new name. Who dis? She do this shit all the time, and it never stops. Like somebody was like, messaged me and was like, "Muggles isn't alive," talking about you. I was like, I ain't seen this motherfucker since 2022. What?
Listen, when
I'm gonna
Bougie
drop.
when Bougie sent because she had did a background on me, right? And then she sent it to me when IO was saying that he got my my background or whatever from the internet, blah blah blah. She did a third party, so she paid for the background, whatever. When she sent me that shit, I'm like, bro, you know how much shit, like I wasn't even focused on the charges that were posted. I'm like, bro, you know how much shit is fake on here? Like I ain't never even heard of half these fucking people that they say I'm fucking got some type of correlation with. For one, for two, I don't know half of these addresses.
Right, like they think they doing something with it.
And as far as who's speaking on me, this is what I think is hilarious. Like if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Y'all are on a private fucking live with 14 people in there trying to act like we're over here spreading false narratives and lies. This lady literally is playing your own words. Nobody is putting words in your mouth for whoever you are, Muggles. Not at all.
Can I just say, because I'm about to drop, Muggles message from Tina. She said, "Fuck you for life. Y'all have a good night."
That
Fuck you,
Kata!
Muggles.
That
Muggles,
Kata!
Muggles, you did your big one. I'm still gonna get in my moo and shake my ass on my page because you didn't stop shit, Muggles. Thank you.
Monster, do you want some Mickey D's?
No.
Monster, let me say though,
I'm
that
asking you
black
one of the
wedding
sauces.
girl, listen.
Listen, the only one that if you're gonna come in here and speak, you know what I'm saying? Monster's gonna.
I'm sorry, I keep getting dropped. I'm doing too much on my phone. Sorry. Oh damn!
Fucking Ratina, man.
Can you warn me next time, please, Ratina? Please.
Don't scare. Not let me be good.
No, none of you bitches warned me when you let her up in the box.
Bitch, I didn't even.
No.
I said, what the
Period.
fuck are you
Nah,
doing
do your
here?
big one.
I wasn't
do
even
your
around
big
my
one,
phone.
girl.
How did she get up
And I
here?
heard it and I was like, what?
That voice, right?
There we go.
You heard that damn voice, didn't you?
I said,
Mhm.
I know you fucking lying.
I'm happy to talk about this stuff.
Well, first off, I asked who provoked or how was it provoked? How did any of us provoke any of them? What or not how did we provoke them? What provoked them to bring any of us up? You claim you weren't in the initial. Who got all that background noise?
It's me. It's my school. I apologize. Let me turn it down. Just give me a second.
The Minnesota Most of Us campaign shows that most kids want to be like
My cat Ratina log off.
There we go. I'm good now. I apologize.
You don't want to handle your school stuff instead of this?
I'm listening. I'm good to multitask. I don't
Okay,
like
so
the
my thing was, what provoked? Like, what did any of us do to provoke that type of fucking behavior from your friends? See, let me tell you something. A lot of the shit that was happening with Shannon and her mods, that was personal shit between them. She knew who did it, yet she always claims they, right? And then you made that video, and then you proceeded to go in lives with them, sit in boxes with them, engage with the conversations that they were having when Ratina or Monster's attempts were brought up, because they were several times. You never once stopped it. You never once said, and clearly you and Monster have a history on here. Like, y'all have seen each other before all this. So, like, you couldn't even be like, bro, that's not what happened, or bro, let's not speak on her attempt, or nothing. Instead, you followed the yellow brick road right down to that conversation and had it with them. Now, here's my thing. I'm going to tell you something. This is a gas station live. I don't block. Everybody's welcome. Not everybody's going to be comfortable. Understandable. Like, if I went into your live, I probably wouldn't be comfortable, right? But here's my thing. Monster's over here. Y'all got history somewhere along this app. You know that Monster be over here. This is Monster's safe place, right? I'm not saying nothing other than Monster has every right to come at you the way that she does because of your guys' history. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I still want to know my initial question, because I ramble. I'm a rambler. But I just want to know my initial question. What provoked your people and you as well, because you know you did too. You partook in those conversations. What made you in your mind think that it was okay? Like, what made you think that, like, what justified it for you?
Personally, that video. Now, I want, yeah, that's old me.
Right, not
Yeah.
just the video though, the lives as well. I mean, you said you're going to school for mental
I'm
health.
going to
to
school
help
for
people.
addiction.
That it all falls under the same thing. It all
Yeah.
correlates. Mental health, addiction, stuff like that. So I'm asking, because if you're going to be a counselor or whatever, how are you going to counsel people when you know what I'm saying? You joined in on conversations with things like this.
So first off, I want to say I'm completely sorry for joining in on those conversations. I don't know if I said anything like adding to the conversation, but I'm not going to dismiss that I was potentially in those lives. In that time, basically, so the MWSB days, the shitty days that Monster and I met, there was a drinking problem, and it continued and it continued and continued until about September. And I went into treatment. I can even show you. I literally am in sober living right now.
Listen, that's your business. Congratulations.
But then I want, yes, because I do have a lot of apologies to make, and a lot of rebuilding to attempt to do. I know that I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, right? I know that. And I know that I did a lot of people wrong and a lot of things. When I came back to the app after treatment, I was sorely mistaken that my drinking was the only problem. And then, a month or so ago, when I left the app, I realized that there was a deeper issue. There was a deeper issue that I needed to get a hold of. And unfortunately, because I don't want to come across like I'm making excuses, because there is no excuse. Unfortunately, I continue to remain extremely broken, even getting out of treatment. I didn't really put in a lot of effort into the mental health aspect of what led me there, because trust me, I wasn't just shitty on this app. I was a shitty human and morally corrupt. And that moral decorruption, the demoralization that happens, did not stop when I stopped drinking, unfortunately. I had to get to the bottom of the bigger issue.
So where does Monster and Retina's attempt, mocking it and taunting it, where does that come into play? Like,
that should have never ever happened.
You were in those conversations.
I'm sure I was, and that should have never ever happened. And I am wholeheartedly, like, I am the things that I do on this app, trust me, I'm embarrassed about. That's again why I left for a while. However,
but then you came.
Unfortunately, it happened.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
But then you came back and you started going after Shannon, right? Yeah. Sassy Shannon, right? Yep. So the behavior continues. The person is just different on who you do it to.
Oh, I'll do it to Shannon because she placed a false jacket on me, and I will absolutely do it to Shannon every single solitary day. She put a false jacket on me for being a predator, which is inaccurate. The person I'm dating is 8 years older.
She's going to the same therapist as Mallory, okay? They put false jackets on fucking everybody. But my thing is like, there's a way for you to come on an app or in real life to call somebody out without doing the same behaviors as you did when you were in this dark place that you're speaking of. Again, I just want to know what justified it in your head. Because listen, girl, when I first started on this app, I promise you, I would be drunk as hell in my kitchen or drunk as hell at a fucking strip club, okay? You were in these conversations multiple times when they spoke on and green screened Retina's charges, attempts, laughed, mocked, spoke on Monster, talked about her facial features. They spoke about how just a whole bunch of shit. You were in there. You were in there.
I should have never been a part of that, and it's deeply.
But and I get that, but you were like you should have
I
never.
know.
You were.
I should have never. You're absolutely entirely correct. Absolutely.
I think the point is like you being a part of it. Also, you being a part of those topics of conversation and continuing it is not really being sorry for what you did. Being a part of those things and continuing to do it to other people is not really being sorry in the long run, because you're not. You got to take that and learn and grow from it. Because you got to understand, people on this fucking app is going to say shit. They're going to say shit about you. They're going to make up accusations about you. But really, if you're going to continue the same shit you did in that box, then how has that really changed behavior?
Just
I
remember,
mean, I just told her this the other day. Like, we had a civil conversation, and I told her, "Listen, I'm gonna be watching you. And that don't mean like you don't owe me anything. So when I say I'm gonna be that just means for changed behavior."
And I get what you're saying about Shannon putting a false jacket on you, but what I'm saying is the repeated behaviors. How are you sorry if it's the repeated behaviors? There is a way that you can go at Shannon and putting it out where she lied on you, put a false jacket on you, get that word out that she does that to people. There's definitely a way to do that without repeating the same behaviors, meaning going on a live and just fucking talking down or belittling, or, you know what I'm saying? Show the proof. Don't just say it, because then it just becomes word of mouth.
Right.
And you have no credibility after, and you know that. You did that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I say something, speaking from an addiction and mental health specialist?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that you need to be aware of in early recovery is that recovery isn't just abstaining from your rug of choice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more to recovery than just abstaining from that rug of choice.
Yeah.
And the sooner that you grasp onto that and set healthy boundaries, and one of those healthy boundaries often applies to
people,
social
places,
media.
and things. People,
Yes,
places,
and
and things.
social media. And social media is like one of the places where a lot of people come in early recovery, and it's the first place that you should be showing an example of that your recovery is something that you're taking serious, and showing that changed behavior.
Right.
Exactly, because I'm not going to lie. When you came on and started talking about Shannon, I said, oh, same behaviors, different person. I'm good. I scrolled in and scrolled right out. Not going to lie.
Bedazzle, I just told her the same thing from like the days of like Scam Slam and Boss Hog, and them, like that's where you and I ran into each other at.
And you know, when I talked to when I came back on the app, and I very calmly stated what was going on, and mind you, I had left the app too, and then came back because I had heard these things about things being said about me for months, for that month that I was off. I had heard it from people, and I came back on, and I very, very simply stated what happened. They came into that live and screamed at me and said a lot of things that were disgusting. And did I break character one single time? No.
It's
If
not
you
about
li-
it's not about breaking
but
character. You got to think about that something different though. This app, you should be yourself. Fuck breaking a character. You shouldn't have to sit in a character for anybody to feel comfortable or whatever. Because to me, that's just you baited them to show their
no,
ass while you stayed cool, calm, and collective.
no,
I
that's
mean,
not.
let me ask you something, Hallie. Do you remember the DM you sent me after the Scam Slam conversation? Do you even remember that?
I don't.
Calling me certain things?
I don't. Um,
All right.
I unfortunately, unfortunately, I came on this app in a very, very dark time, and I let those deep darkies in. And that's why my notifications
So are you
are
not in that
still
dark place anymore?
no. That's why
Thank
my
God.
notifications are off on.
Thank God for that. But so what was why'd you come back to the app and directly go right after Shannon Sassy?
I had listened to things being said about me for 3 weeks, and I stayed quiet about it because I knew that I was going to fly off the handle. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to approach this and talk about this very like when I'm ready. And I realized, I got a diagnosis when I was off the app that helped me like understand and feel empowered in the sense of I'm not actually crazy. I just was there. It's a big thing. Anyway,
So you got screenshots and screens recording sent to you throughout this time?
Yeah.
So you still decided to come on the app and just word of mouth it instead of show it?
Then those people shouldn't be your friends, because if you were in recovery and they were worried about you on an app, that's not friends, babe. I hate to tell you, that's not friends.
Well, not only that, but again, you decided to come on here and do the word of mouth thing as you've been doing clearly for a long time on this app instead of just showing the proof and
The
going
predator
live.
thing happened with me in the box. Her calling me a predator happened when I was in the box that night. People told me to go away, never come back. Then I got attacked on Bougie's side, and I was like, nope, I'm done. Like, I am done.
Like, I get that. Like, I get we're all guilty of coming on here and cussing a bitch out or cussing two bitches out, but we gonna stand on it, okay? We're not trying to change. Like, but the thing is, I think the entire point is that if you don't change it and you're just going off word of mouth, because I could get on here and tell Holly Mae all kinds of shit, but I ain't really doing shit. You got to show that shit if you're going to stand on it and come up in a live and say, okay, somebody's saying this about me. This is what's going on. There's a different approach about it. You hold that shit up and say, look, you hold that person accountable for that shit. Like, this is what you did.
When Dora came, let me tell you something. We were talking about this earlier. Dora came into a live where somebody she used to be friends with, don't sit with no more, was in a box. She didn't come up there and give me all this word of mouth, didn't give none of us all this word of mouth, this what she did, this. She came up and said, can I play something for you? And played the proof. Again, listen, you know that I don't fuck with Sassy. We don't like Sassy over here. None of that shit, right? Right. But we don't do the hate bonding shit over here, right? And a lot of the times I see a lot of you people from that side over there try to come over here and bash the person that you were just sitting with to try to see who's going to cling on to that. And I'm not going to lie, in your live, a lot of people were congratulating you in your comments, talking about how proud they were that you seen the light and all that. You ain't getting that from over here.
Not me.
Yeah, you ain't getting that from over here. What I saw was exactly how you jumped on the bandwagon to bash Monster, Ratina, and us over here. You, instead of bashing us and talking shit about us, lying on us, bringing us into shit, you then were now talking about your friend that you just fell off with. And to me, that's very telling. Again, if you were sorry and you were very much trying to take full accountability and be self-aware, change and make positive changes, you would have came on with proof. even regardless if people seen it and saw it or whatever, you would have brought a whole different approach to it. Instead, you came live with the intent of, I'm gonna blast this bitch, and whoever's gonna come in here, they're gonna hear me. They gave you the time of day. They did, which then made you feel comfortable enough to be in these lives over here on Bubbles, whoever else is live on this side, which again, this is the gas station live. You know what I'm saying? It is. But at the end of the day, Monster, Retina, they didn't deserve that shit.
No, they
You don't know that. You don't know Retina enough, clearly. And what you do know about Monster, like you know what I'm saying?
I know she gonna have a beautiful wedding. I know that.
She had a beautiful one.
Listen,
Here's the thing. Hold on, Cartel. Here's the thing. When I first started 5 years after I started my nursing career, I wanted to become a DV counselor, right? Like I wanted to be a counselor for DV, addiction, all the shit. But then I had to realize I can't be a DV counselor because it hits too close to home, right? So I wouldn't be a good person for that. I wouldn't be able to help somebody in that because it would put me too much into that state of mind, and I wouldn't give the best advice. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, listen, bitch, when you want to roll out, right?
Right, period. I feel that.
And I heard you in the live when you were live talking about Shannon, about how you're in mental health and you're going to school for mental health and all that. You know, you had to boost up what you're doing in life and how you're processing in life and progressing and all the things. But I feel like you're coming to the app very soon if you can't even answer what provoked your side to come at Retina and Monster specifically about their attempts. Mocking and taunting them. What provoked it? What justified it in your mind to jump in these boxes and go along with it?
I've been a follower, and I will take complete and total utter accountability on that. I am a follower.
They didn't force you to do it, Savage.
No, I'm not saying they forced me to. That's not it.
But that's what kind of like the following does. Like if somebody comes at a live and says, okay, well, you know, Monster shit. People go and you coming in behind them saying, yeah, she is just talking the same shit. It's really, they didn't make you do it. You did that on your own out of your own choice.
I did. I'm just telling you, like, I'm taking full accountability for what it is. Yeah, and sure, you know, as Missy says down there, I am desperate to fit in. I was fucking bullied as shit in high school. And I was bullied as shit in life.
Yeah, you know what?
Someone told me that my dad died to get away from me in high school. That's how bullied I was and continue to be.
Listen, I think everybody in this live has I was bullied or I fought the bully
we all have a story.
But I'm telling you, like, that's the thing. I'm telling you that I am taking full ownership that I have been a leader and I have been desperate to fit in.
Wait, a leader or a follower?
Or I mean a follower. I meant a follower.
She kind of answered it for us. She said she was
DM you sent me, you called me a whole bunch of dirty.
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Racial names, and
I'm sure I did.
You didn't give a f about racism and all of that, and I don't keep shit like that in my phone. I was just like, wow, okay. It was showed on a live one time.
We did it to Marty too.
Wow.
You know what?
I did things to Marty, and I told Karma in a live with a Queen of Southern Comfort that I would any day apologize to Marty when he comes back because that was wrong.
You know what? I just want to say one thing, and I'm going to jump down. You know, you shouldn't make amends until your actions are ready to replicate your true apology.
They are ready, and. Did I get spiteful?
I feel like you're listening to respond and not listening to listen.
Because
I'm listening.
You said you're taking classes on sociology, demographics.
That's exactly why I'm jumping down, Holly Mae, because I feel like she's just listening to respond. No. And another thing I want to say is, are you in school to become a counselor in addiction?
Yeah, an addiction counselor.
Girl, you you need to put a pause on that. Because how long have you been sober?
That would be 6 months.
Yeah.
Say
I don't know.
you're
I don't know who recommended that for you. I don't know who recommended that for you, but I have 14
Many
years
people.
and I waited for 10 years because I didn't know anything after 3 months, 6 months, a year, or even 2 years. So
Hold on,
I'm
wait a
sorry
minute.
for
You just
whoever recommended
contradicted
that.
the
That
fuck
was
out of yourself.
crazy.
What do you
Wait a
mean?
minute. You just contradicted the fuck out of yourself. This is not 6 months ago, Hallie. You said you were drunk and all this stuff. She just asked you a clear
No,
question.
I'm
and you
talking
answered
about
clearly.
before. No. What I'm saying is, when I first got on the app and I was a fucking horrible
No, we don't care. I don't care about that.
That's when I was drunk.
Hold on.
Now, then I was having a mental health
Hold on.
problem.
I'm gonna take people down memory lane real quick. She used to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did that because I was drunk." And then she said, "Oh my God, Monster attacked me and I'm on the spectrum and she attacked special needs." And then she blamed the spectrum. And now here we are. I can't even. Like, this
Wait a
is
minute.
not the.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Hallie, wait before you unmute, okay? Real shit. I wasn't around. I didn't know you back in your boss hog, let's giddy on up. I don't know you from those days. I don't think Ratina knows you from those days. Okay?
I've been waiting my turn to speak, but I do know her from those days. I know her from when she stepped away from Boss Hog and needed protection, and she hung out with the same people I did. And then she moved over to more with the Wreck-It people, and I never said a fucking thing, which...
No. May.
Okay. Over there. And I have never talked shit about you.
Yeah, I left you alone until
now
you
wait a
said-
minute. Wait a
until you
minute,
said
though.
I
Wait a
was
minute.
the
When we
But this is the
started
thing is,
this-
I've been there. I've showed you Bly. I've showed the screenshots, and she's been in the box of all the different places I've seen her in, and I've been a part of. Never once have I ever said some fucking nasty ass shit about you, ever.
Same.
And then when I asked you the question that originally started why you were even in the box, you claimed it was because you were fucked up drunk and you had a problem. And you even went on a whole spiel on how you had to figure out that it was a deeper problem and now you're telling me that you've been sober for 6 months.
Yeah. So
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. What I don't do over here, okay, is bullshit, right?
I'm not bullshitting you.
That is straight bullshit, okay?
I
And
was
now,
talking about
that
when I
is straight
first
bullshit.
got on
You
the
straight
app.
up just
When I
fucking
first
bullshitted the
got on
shit.
the app. No, I did not. When
But
I
wait a
first got on
second.
the app,
Fucking attacked me for it in Bubbles Live.
I didn't attack you for
I didn't
anything.
say you. I said RT.
Hallie, you just said to the lady,
he loves
I don't
me.
think you're quite understanding. Like,
Because you gaslit her. That's what you did.
No, I didn't. RT
Listen,
loves
I'm going
me.
to tell you
RT
something
sees me
sensitive.
for who I
I'm going to
am.
tell you something sensitive.
My name is
I don't
Hallie.
know RT. Wait a minute. I don't know RT like that, but I know her enough to know. Listen, as quick as we can pick up on bullshit, she picks up on bullshit.
She's gonna too, and I can't wait, and that's what I'm counting on. I'm a mute.
RT has known me this entire time. RT was one of my first friends on here, and RT has still had my back because she sees my true heart. This is what I'm saying. When I first got on the app, and maybe I explained it wrong, but when I first got on this app, I was a drunk piece of shit until September, and I said until September. And then I went to treatment, and then when I left treatment, I got I thought I was better, right? Because I thought the addiction was the issue. But all in all, the real issue was mental health that I wasn't tackling.
Right, but when we first started this conversation, hun, you definitely said that you were fucked up or you were drunk or
yes,
whatever.
you did.
You did.
Maybe I explained it wrong, but that's not what I did.
You blatantly said, honey, I'm not sure who you are, but listening to this, you said to her that you were fucked up drunk and that you were, and then when she asked you regarding the whole 6 months spill, this I'm learning, Holly Mae, and from them, this didn't even happen 6 months ago. So
no, it didn't. That part didn't.
Her talking shit about cartels, color, and race and shit was not 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Like, oh my
When was that?
That was like over a year ago when you were hanging with Scam Slam.
Yeah, when I was drinking.
And said, I don't give a fuck about racism. And then you sent me a DM calling me a dirty, you know what?
Oh no, I'm talking about when she was in the boxes and shit with Megan and them in a country fried steak or whatever the fuck comment came out and all that type of shit. That was not 6 months ago. That was not 6 months ago.
The fried chicken.
Yeah, the fried chicken.
I don't know what, but I wasn't intentionally trying to bullshit anything.
Oh, you definitely bullshitted in here. So, I mean, is that all you got to say? Because you still didn't even answer the question on what provoked it.
There's no provocation. It never should have happened. It never should have.
So I hope that you learn from your mistakes, and I hope the next time you jump on a live, hold your own live or whatever, you do it in a different way. Because regardless if I can't stand Sassy Shannon or not, the way you did her is the same exact way as you jumped on and tried to do people over here. It ain't right. It ain't working for you.
Like, Hallie, you're not understanding, like, these guys that you've attacked and what they're trying to say. I almost feel like the rest of them, you're not listening. You're just listening to respond so quickly because they're trying to get something through to you or ask you a genuine question, and you're not just being like, oh, well, you're not trying to hear them out. You're just instantly, oh, I was drunk. I was a drunk then. I was this then. That is the deflection from what they are asking you directly.
Let me say this.
Before too. This is like the third excuse.
The spectrum was in the beginning.
A drunk mouth speaks a sober tongue, and I'm just gonna say that. And
also too, listen, also like I'm
it's difficult to be like 8 on 1 and I'm trying.
It's not 8 on 1. Wait a minute, because there's people. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
5 on 1.
Regardless how many people are in the boxes, everybody. Hallie, not Barry. You keep trying to speak in circles until something makes sense, and it's not going to, especially when you said the 6 month part thing, right? Here's the thing. Nobody's attacking you in here. Not at all. Nobody's screaming at you. Nobody's yelling at you. Nobody's doing none of that. Okay. You definitely are listening to respond and not listening to listen. How are you going to counsel somebody if you won't even listen to the people around you right now in this moment? What I'm saying is your actions have not changed, regardless if I don't like Shannon or not. You coming on the way that you did, and then you said you didn't break character, so basically you were fucking baiting them to come in there the way that they did while you kept character. You know what I'm saying? You had the intention of, I don't fuck with them no more, so I'm going to say what I got to say, and people are going to come over here from the other side, because that's what usually happens on this app, right? Which is why I got to make it clear when I go into Bubbles' lives or I go into other people's lives, I got to make it clear that, bro, I'm letting you know from me, I will never be like, yeah, okay, we're good. You don't fuck with them no more. Come sit over here. Never, ever will I ever. Okay. I do remember the spectrum thing because they tried to say that. And I was like, wait a minute, what? My nephew's on the, and then it became a whole conversation about family members and stuff like that. Y'all motherfuckers weaponize mental health and then mock it in the same sentence. Period. You're doing the same shit. Even you here with your grins and shit like that. Bro,
I'm not grinning.
You are grinning. Oh my God.
No, I'm not.
Listen, you know what? I have a crystal ball in front of me and I'm rubbing it and I feel like you, Bougie, and all y'all will be friends next week. Don't trip. You guys are way too much the fuck alike.
I will not.
Okay.
And just remember, truth.
Is that, am I right?
What'd you say?
You have Asperger's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you don't know the only reason I know that? Because you spoke on it about people speaking on you using it.
And just remember, true sobriety takes at least a year. It takes a lot. And I do see a lot of people saying, she's saying sorry a lot. The first year I was sober, I said sorry a lot, guys. So I can't blame her for that, but I can say the things that you're doing is not healthy for you within the first year. The first year you shouldn't date. You shouldn't be on social media. You shouldn't, and that's not for me, neither here for me to say. I've been clean 14 years. But if I had to redo it, I would definitely live by that. And I did live by that. I didn't get on Facebook. Thankfully, we didn't have a whole lot of social media and all of that at the time whenever I was getting clean. But I didn't get on Facebook for the first year. I didn't date for the first year. There was a lot of things that I didn't do because it takes a lot of self-reflection and it takes a lot of seeing you for the jackass that you truly are. And I hate to say it like that, but in sobriety, we're completely different than we was on our rug of choice. So just know that, and just know that change behavior and extensive them seeing you in these situations over and over again is the only thing that's going to change these people's mind. So just know that.
And
I
that's
feel
what
like you
that's what
wouldn't
I
go
told
back into
her.
the same position. Here's my thing. Just like a DV situation, addiction, toxicity, people can be addicted to chaos, believe it or not. You don't go into the same spaces that had you acting that way until you are fully ready if you ever go back into those same spaces.
So can I ask you
Like I told you the other night, if you really are, you know, in recovery and taking all these classes, sociology, geography, and all of that, use your platform for good. Like, girl, use your platform to tell people what you've learned and tell people what
But you got to
not
actually
do.
learn it to tell somebody, because I'm the type of person to be like, wait a minute.
I mean, you're
what did
right.
you learn from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
You
can't
ain't
just jump
wrong,
on
but
and be like,
this
I
is
read
the
this sentence.
advice that I gave her the other night. That's all I'm saying. But you ain't wrong. You're not wrong, Holly Mae.
I'm sorry I jumped back up here, but I had one more question. Holly Mae, you mentioned, or I'm sorry, Holly, not Barry, you mentioned that after you got sober, you realized that it wasn't just that, and you went back in and realized that it was a mental, what do you call, oh gosh.
Health disorder. It's
Right.
borderline
And
personality disorder.
okay, so then if that was
I
your
have that, and don't
diagnosis,
act like you. Oh, I can't.
I'm not. I'm telling you, it was undiagnosed, and I went and I'm
okay,
working
so if it
on
was
getting
undiagnosed and now it's diagnosed, then I would say I'm going to assume, but then that means you should be on some medications, correct?
I'm on the same medications I was before I got diagnosed. But they haven't changed them yet.
Okay, that's a red flag to me, but I'm not your doctor. But if you're on the same medications, I guess that changed my whole.
I guess that would mean that they're not actually monitoring or trying to medicate the new diagnosis, because the second I was diagnosed with BP, I got on medication for it.
Well, I mean,
I'm only on an
obviously, if you're on the same medications, then it hasn't worked all this time, right?
Correct.
So you should be on different medications, and once you are, they take a long time to actually rewire the chemical